Nice to meet you, Dane. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm great. I have to say, first off, you give big Stephen King fans a bad name, especially in the scene in the library in the first episode. You're reading a book, and I don't know if I should be embarrassed, but I have a copy of the book that you're
Nice.
reading. It's not even a real book, it's a fictional book that Stephen King wrote. So, watching this and seeing you, this was right on par with Kathy Bates in Misery as far as that evil number one fan. What did you channel for this character to make him so, I don't know what you would call it. What did you describe him as?
Yeah, well, it wasn't so much about channeling any specific thing. It was truly like it was an exploration of this character, and um it's different. Dooley, as you see him in the show, is different than he is in the novel, and even different as he was in the screenplay when I first read it. And um, the director Pablo had a very specific idea of who Dooley was and how to bring him kind of like into modern society and make him something that'll resonate as really scary right now. Um, and it was a collaboration between the director and myself and Stephen King to kind of bring this guy to life in that way. And the exploration of it became very like outside in, more so than a lot of stuff I had done before. It wasn't necessarily based on any specific person or thing. It was just about creating Dooley himself and who this guy was, and it was very unique.
And you played a character in The Stranger who is just very disturbed. You've got that capacity, but it's much quieter, it seems here. Like there's eruptions in Dooley that come through. Did you find it difficult kind of keeping that calm in places and letting it go in others? Is there a challenge in doing that kind of thing?
Yeah, but I mean, I of course I've played like bad guys before, but like I've never played a character like this before. I mean, this is very different than anything I've done, and um, I think the restraint of it just comes from the director, and it comes from the environment that was on set and being around like such incredible actors and getting to help be a part of that. And then again, just like the exploration of who Dooley was, that I think we started to find that like the more restrained he is in a lot of ways, the scarier it is.
And I think that it was you did a great job. Every time you were on screen, it created that unease with the characters and all the scenes that you had with Julianne. It just there's a dynamic there that I think really accentuates everything. Was there
Thanks.
any particular scenes that you found to be harder than others?
Well, I think the fourth episode starts with like a 20-minute scene between uh Julian Julian Moore and myself, and that just from a stamina acting standpoint and making it all flow and work. I mean, obviously that scene's going to be harder than a shorter scene or like, that kind of thing. But it was all fun, and it was all like a real pleasure, and like I said, it was all a true like exploration where you know we never really knew what was going to happen. We didn't always do what was written, and we had a couple days where they built like my apartment, and we did all this stuff that wasn't in the script, just in an effort to kind of flesh this guy out. Make this person somebody that you you can understand who they are and where they're coming from. And they're not just a person that is doing bad things, and they're not just a bad guy, but they're like a truly fleshed out character.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean you nailed it. I loved it. So congratulations
Thanks.
and looking forward to seeing the rest of the show.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks.